Imagine walking into a room where every object feels intentional. There is no pile of unopened mail on the table, no stray clothes draped over chairs, and no layers of dust clouding the surfaces. In this space, your breath slows down. Your shoulders drop. The mental fog that usually follows you from the moment you wake up suddenly begins to lift. This isn't just about a clean house. It is about a clean soul. In Japan, they don't see cleaning as a chore to be finished so that life can begin. They see cleaning as the process of life itself. Most of us live in a state of perpetual sensory overload. We navigate through physical clutter that mirrors our internal chaos. We feel heavy, uninspired, and constantly behind. We tell ourselves that we will organize our lives once we have the time. Yet that time never comes because the very mess we are living in is what's draining our energy. We are paralyzed by the weight of things we don't need, thoughts we can't process, and a lack of discipline that makes us feel like we are losing control of our own story. You aren't lazy, you are simply buried. By the end of this video, you will understand that the state of your home is the most accurate map of your mind. You will learn the specific Japanese habits that bridge the gap between physical order and mental clarity. We are going to explore a way of living where discipline isn't a punishment, but a form of self-respect. The first pillar of this mindset is the concept of soji. In the West, cleaning is often seen as a battle against dirt, something we do because we have to. In Japanese culture, particularly within Zen traditions, soji is a spiritual exercise. It is the act of purifying the self by purifying the environment. When you scrub a floor, you aren't just removing a stain from the wood. You are removing a layer of ego and resistance from your mind. The physical exertion serves as a moving meditation. If you cannot care for the space that protects you, how can you expect to care for the mind that defines you? Consider the objects you own. Do they serve a purpose, or are they simply placeholders for a person you used to be? A fundamental shift occurs when we embrace the principle of Genkan, the entry point of the home. In Japan, the entryway is a sacred transition zone. It is where you shed the world outside before stepping into your sanctuary. Most of us treat our entryways like a dumping ground. Shoes scattered, keys lost, bags dropped. This creates an immediate spike in cortisol the moment we return home. By keeping the Genkan spotless and organized, you create a psychological reset button. You are telling your brain, the chaos of the world stays out there. Peace lives in here. Why do we find it so hard to let go of things that no longer serve us? We cling to the past through objects, and in doing so, we leave no room for the future to breathe. This leads us to the habit of cleaning in the moment. Many people wait for the weekend to do a deep clean, which makes the task feel like a mountain that is too steep to climb. The Japanese approach is different. It is the art of zero reset. If you use a cup, you wash it immediately. If you open a drawer, you close it. If you drop a crumb, you wipe it. This prevents the accumulation of microstressors. A single dirty dish isn't a problem, but 20 dirty dishes is a mental health crisis. By maintaining a state of zero, you never have to clean in the traditional sense because nothing ever stays dirty. The environment you inhabit is a physical manifestation of your current level of self-discipline. We must also look at the concept of oasuji, or the big cleaning. While daily habits are essential, oasuji is a ritualistic clearing of the old to make way for the new. It's typically done at the end of the year, but its logic applies to any season of transition. It involves looking into the dark corners, the closets we hide things in, the digital files we never open, and the grudges we refuse to let go of. This isn't about organization. It's about exorcism. It's about deciding that you will no longer carry the weight of yesterday into the potential of tomorrow. Are you surrounding yourself with things that reflect who you want to become, or are you surrounded by the ghosts of who you were? Next is the aesthetic of wabi-sabi, finding beauty in the simple, the imperfect, and the modest. Our modern obsession with more is a primary source of our anxiety. We buy things to fill a void, only to find that the things themselves eventually own us. The Japanese home emphasizes ma, or the beauty of empty space. Empty space is not nothing. It is the breath between notes in a song. When you allow your home to have empty spaces, you allow your mind to have empty spaces. It is in those quiet, uncluttered moments that your best ideas are born and your deepest healing occurs. True discipline is not about doing what you hate. It is about loving yourself enough to provide an environment where you can thrive. This brings us to a powerful mindset shift. We often think that we will become disciplined once we feel motivated. This is an illusion. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are unreliable. Discipline is a system. The Japanese keep their homes and minds spotless not because they always feel like cleaning, but because they have integrated these actions into their identity. They don't clean because the room is dirty. They clean because they are people who value order. When you shift your identity from someone who is trying to be clean to someone who values their environment, the struggle disappears. The habit becomes as natural as breathing. If you were a guest in your own mind, would you feel at peace, or would you feel overwhelmed by the noise? We must also address the internal genkan, the way we filter the information that enters our minds. Just as the Japanese entry hall stops the dirt of the street from entering the house, we must learn to stop the dirt of the digital world from entering our consciousness. This means a spotless digital environment. Unsubscribe from the emails that clutter your inbox. Delete the apps that clutter your focus. Unfollow the accounts that clutter your peace. A mind that is constantly reacting to notifications is a mind that can never truly be spotless. As we move toward a conclusion, realize that your external world is the only part of your life you have immediate physical control over. You cannot always control your boss, the economy, or the weather, but you can control the state of your desk. You can control the cleanliness of your kitchen. You can control the simplicity of your bedroom. By mastering these small physical domains, you build the muscle of discipline required to master your larger internal domains. A clean home is a silent teacher. It teaches you that every action has a consequence. It teaches you that beauty requires maintenance. It teaches you that you are worthy of a peaceful life. Start today. Don't look at your whole house. Look at one drawer. Look at one corner of your room. Apply the principle of Soji. Clean it with intention. Experience the tiny shift in your heart as the space opens up. This is the beginning of your transformation. When you clear the path in front of you, the path toward your goals becomes visible. If this resonated with you, it means you are ready to stop living in the chaos and start living in the light. If you found value in these insights, consider subscribing to join our community of those seeking the next level of existence. Like this video to help it reach others who are currently buried under the weight of their own lives. Comment below with one habit you are going to change starting tonight. Your home is your sanctuary. Your mind is your kingdom. Keep them both spotless.